Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat welcoming you to a snowy MetLife Stadium for the second week in a row. It's the conference championship round of the playoffs with the New York Jets franchise on Madden 20 for the PC. The Houston Texans present a threat that the New York defense hasn't seen just a bunch of this season. They currently have the number 31 rushing game in the league, but with a quarterback like Deshaun Watson and a receiving core headed by arguably the best wideout in the NFL this season, DeAndre Hopkins, it's hard not to have an offense that can score a lot of points and in a hurry. If Watson is on his game today, I think the Jets secondary is going to be tested early and often in this game. As far as the defense, one place that you don't want to be is anywhere near where J.J. Watt is. If you take a look at the footage of last week's win against the Chiefs, the times that New York went to superstar Terrence Polk's side of the field in the passing game is about how many times they need to go to J.J. Watt's side of the field in the running game. I envision the Jets running to the left side of the field a lot. The secondary is solid, but I wouldn't call them great, so there may be an opportunity for Darnold if, again, he can keep focused and throw the ball where it should be placed instead of in the hands of the defense. New York definitely needs to have a great game to pull off this one. Can they get it done? Let's find out as the Jets take on the Texans here on the Football Freaks Sports Network. The Texans have won the opening toss, and Eddie Pinedo gets us underway here in East Rutherford. He kicks it to Kiki QT in the end zone, and he takes a knee. There's Deshaun Watson's number. Interceptions, only 9 this season, and we'll see if that holds up here against this defense. Watson back to pass, throws long over the middle. Allen Hurns, the intended receiver, and we get our first look at the offense of the Texans. Everyone's eyes is on third-year man Titus Howard to see if he can curtail this defensive pass rush. Kareem Hunt gets the handoff going left, and he gets just a couple over the left side. The Jets defense headlined by superstar Quinnen Williams on the defensive line. And then you have Ja'Kai Polite in the middle of the field. And the hard-hitting Jamal Adams in the backfield. 3rd and 7 now. Pass over the middle to complete to Eric Ebron, and it is short of the first down. On comes Sam Darnold. You see his interception ratio is bad, and he's been battling that all season long. Number 33 drops back. He completes it over the middle to Enunwa. First down at the 49-yard line. An 18-yard reception, and he is a force at that slot position. Bell can't get out of the backfield, tackled by Jadeveon Clowney. And as we look at the offense of the Jets, that line is very young, and hopefully they'll be able to stop the pass rush in this game. Out of the shotgun. A play-action pass is knocked down by Justin Reed, almost intercepted. So that brings up 4th down. Vedvik in to punt the ball away. Kills it inside the 5, and it's downed at the 1-yard line by Perry Nickerson. Now from just outside the goal line, 1st and 10, the ball's given to Hunt, and he gets a couple off the right side. 2nd and 8, the fullback, Colin Gillespie, goes up the middle for maybe a yard. 3rd and 7, the bullet pass out to Will Fuller, and he is tackled at the 1-yard line. No go for the Texans. Darnold throws, and it's incomplete, intended for Chris Herndon, but he just can't hang on. The defense of the Texans, headlined by J.J. Watt. Can he get in the backfield? Jadeveon Clowney already has, and that is something to be careful of. Now on second down, Bell gets it up the middle and has the first down, taking it down to the 28-yard line. Bell with over 5 yards a carry. Let's see if that can be maintained in the game. The pass complete to Grant, and he has a first down at the 15-yard line. The red zone trip for the Jets, and Bell takes it to the right side, getting down to the 21-yard line. 3rd and 17 after a holding call on Jeremy Irons, and Darnold is dumped back at the 30-yard line by none other than Clowney. I have a feeling that Irons is going to have his hands full with that today. Eddie Pinedo on for a 47-yard field goal, and he is good. I'm so getting used to saying it's no good from that range from Pinedo, but the Jets take the lead 3-0 off of that kick. After a Houston 3-and-out, it's complete on the sideline to Nunwa, out of bounds at the 35. Now Darnold gives to Bell up the middle, and he fights his way for a first down to the 25. 3rd and 9. Back to pass all day, and Darnold overthrows Herndon in the end zone. Pinedo comes on for a 41-yard kick, and this one goes straight through the middle. 6-0 Jets, and Pinedo has made 2 in a row now. Watson in the shotgun, hands off to Hunt. He has the first down, up the numbers on the left side to the 36. That makes 16 yards on 5 carries for him. 2nd and 9. Off the play action pass, and Watson is dropped. Ja'Kai Polite gets to him back at the 27-yard line. And that will bring us to the end of quarter number 1. The Jets with the lead, 6-0. Watson alone in the backfield. Throws complete out to Ebron, and he gets a few up the left side, but not nearly enough for the first down, stopped by Marcus May. So from the 29-yard line, Darnold gives off to Bell. He makes a move, and up the middle, he has the first down out to the 43-yard line. 44 yards and a 6.2-yard average now for him. The pass goes out to Crowder, out of bounds at midfield for an 8-yard gain. Bell with the carry up the right side, hash marks. He just gets enough for the first down. 2nd and 10. He gets the ball again, a stutter step in the backfield, spins, and is finally brought down at the 30-yard line. 2nd and 10 now. Darnold throws over the middle to Crowder, wide open. Tackled at the 23 for a 7-yard gain. Back to pass again, and Darnold overthrows Chris Herndon, and that brings up 4th and 3. Pinedo comes on for a 40-yard field goal, and it's good. 3 in a row from 40-plus yards. That has got to be a record for him at this point in the season. Watson in the backfield all alone on 1st and 20. Intercepted. Jermaine Johnson carrying it back to the 38-yard line. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Watson throws that one long, and Johnson is in the right place to make that interception. Finally tackled by Eric Ebron, but Johnson showing that he still has some gas in the tank. Darnold in the backfield, Bell alongside, one safety high. And Darnold back to pass, completes this one out to Bell, spins, and he's all the way into the end zone, but there is a flag. Pass interference on the defense. McKinney makes the mistake covering Bell, but that doesn't make any difference. He catches the ball anyway, spins his way out of it, and is into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. Now the question is can the Texans respond with 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter? The pass out to Ebron and fumbles the football out of bounds. A 1 yard gain on the pass. Watson is dumped back at the 19 by Leonard Williams. 3rd and 17 now. Across the middle is complete. Allen Hurns makes the grab at the 44-yard line for the first down. Watson throws left, and it's caught. Allen Hurns makes the grab for a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3. The completion over the middle to Kiki Cutie, just short of the first down at the 33. And that one is caught by Ebron. Hit hard by Jamal Adams, but he hangs on. After a Houston holding penalty, Clement is dropped for a 2-yard loss by C.J. Mosley. Bringing up 3rd and 20 for the Texans. Watson throws, and this one is completely offline, bringing up 4th and 20 with just over 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Steven Hauschka for a 55-yard field goal, and it's off to the right side. No good. 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Darnold fakes the handoff, goes over in the middle, and completes it inside Texan territory at the 39-yard line to Jamison Crowder. That brings us down to the 2-minute warning with your score 16-0 Jets. Now out of the shotgun with a split look. Darnold back to pass, throws over the middle, and it's knocked away by Eli Apple. Vedvic's punt is on the way, drops inside the 5, and this time is covered at the 2-yard line. Oh my goodness, is he having a wonderful day at that punting position. Up the middle goes Kareem Hunt. He's out in the middle. He found a hole in the offense. He is going to go the distance. 98 yards. And the Texans are on the board, and I am almost speechless, folks. A 98-yard run up the middle. Where was the Jets' defense? Definitely out of place on that play, giving Houston the 98-yard run by Hunt. Darnold going for it all, and it's intercepted. Eli Apple making the grab at the 25-yard line for the Texans. Darnold thought he saw an open man, but obviously Crowder was well covered by Apple. Darnold adds to his interception count for the season. Houston can't do anything with it, so it's a 3-and-out for them. Darnold back to pass. Throws over the middle, complete to Jakeem Grant. And that is a timeout with 8 seconds left from the 34. The pass this time goes to Bell across the middle. Timeout with 1 second left at the 22-yard line. A 39-yard field goal, and Pinedo is good. 19-7 is your score at halftime. Talk about a defensive effort by the Jets here in the first half. If you take out that 98-yard run by Kareem Hunt, definitely a hiccup, you're left with only 51 yards of offense for the Texans. Judging from his play, Watson seems to be off his game a bit, but even at that, the Jets have been outstanding so far. Somehow, Houston needs to get back in this one, or this could be another game like against the Chiefs. For some thoughts on that, let's go to Eurocat Baby with some comments from the coaches.
Coach Dale was all smiles as we talked about the way his defense has played so far. He was a little unhappy that they blew the opportunity for a safety and let Kareem Hunt out of containment, but overall he was very pleased. He said they just need to make sure they follow the same prescription for the second half, and all should be good. Now, for Coach O'Brien and the Texans, there's a long road uphill for them. As you pointed out, he was a little disappointed with Deshaun Watson's play, especially his inaccurate passes. He's a little more concerned with the pressure that he's under by a very aggressive Jets defensive squad, and he hopes to make some adjustments in the blocking scheme to try to slow down that rush a little bit. He also plans on those adjustments helping create a little more room for the running game, because here in the first half, the holes, by and large, are being plugged by a very good effort on the part of the Jets.
Thank you for that report, and I tend to agree with Coach O'Brien. Since Watson just isn't getting it done with the passing game, something needs to be done to slow down this Jets defense a bit. What will the second half bring? Stay with us to find out, because we'll have that action in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium for continuing coverage of our AFC Conference Championship game with the Jets hosting the Houston Texans. Aside from letting Kareem Hunt out of containment for a single play, it has been all New York. Can Houston get back in this one? Let's find out. Out of the shotgun, Darnold has Bell by his side, drops back, throws, and Anunua catches it for the first down, snakes his way all the way into Texan territory, but this is coming back on a holding penalty on Joey Sanders. So on 1st and 20, Darnold drops back, throws over the middle, completes it to Crowder out at the 33-yard line, just short of the first down. On 3rd and 1, the pass is knocked away. Zach Cunningham getting a paw in there. Now from the 26, the Texans try a jet sweep, and Will Fuller gets clobbered at the 25. 2nd and 10, complete out to Ebron, finally brought down at the 49, just inside Jet territory. 3rd and 10, Watson back to pass and overthrows Ebron. And after a number of 3 and outs, it is Texan football again. The handoff goes to Hunt, and he is tackled for a 5-yard gain. From the 25, a pass goes out to Fuller, and that one is complete at the 35. Now on 2nd and 15, the pass goes out to Fuller, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 1, and Hunt is tackled in the backfield. Quinnen Williams making his 2nd tackle for loss in the game. The Jets take over at their own 20-yard line. Bell finds room and is out on the left side, numbers to the 33-yard line. 8 yards after contact. Now on 2nd and 13, Darnold throws complete out to Herndon, and I don't know why he took a dive like that, but he was tackled at the 34. The pass over the middle draws the defensive pass interference call, and that gives the Jets a fresh set of downs. Lonnie Johnson guilty of that. 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The pass goes out to Herndon. How did he come down with that pass? What an outstanding catch, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter with your score 19-7. This has become a defensive battle with no scoring so far here in the second half. Bell with a nice spin move and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10, Darnold throws and completes this one to Crowder, and I don't know why he jumped, but he did. Yeah, but it's a first down at the 12-yard line. Bell off to the left side, gets down to the 5. 2nd and 4. The pass this time in the end zone, complete. Chris Herndon. The Texans in a zone defense, and Dre Kirkpatrick gives Herndon a little shove, but that is it, and the pass is caught in the end zone for the touchdown. Watson now faced with a 26-7 lead by the Jets to climb out of. The screen pass going to Hunt, and that nets them only a 5-yard pickup. 3rd and 5. Watson is off the mark, and it's incomplete. With the score out of control, the offense stays on the field, and the pass is complete. Allen Hurns catches it over the middle for the first down. And that continues the Texans' drive. Watson throws deep and has Will Fuller on the fade route at the 22-yard line of the Jets. Back to pass again. Watson throws complete to Ebron, and he hangs on to the ball and is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. After a New York 3 and out, the Texans have the ball again. Completes the pass out to Hearns for a 9-yard gain. From the 24, over the middle to Kareem Hunt, and he is tackled at the 32. First down, Texans. 2nd and 8. That one is good to Ebron, but he is tackled only for a very short gain. 3rd and 6. A deep pass intended for a wide open DeAndre Hopkins, and the dreaded holding flag comes out. Titus Howard guilty of the infraction. So on 4th and 6, the pass is complete to DeAndre Hopkins. He takes it into plus territory down to the 43. His first reception on the afternoon. Watson finds Hopkins again down at the 31 for another first down. 3rd and 7 now. The pass to Hopkins again inside the 15-yard line. And the Texans are on the march and in the red zone. Watson can't find anybody to throw it to and is dumped back at the 21-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning with a 12-point lead by the Jets, 26-14. Watson from the 21 throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Hearns, and Darrell Roberts was on the coverage. After a 3-and-out by New York, the Texans having to use all their timeouts, and Hunt is tackled for a 2-yard loss. The pass over the middle, short to Hunt, and he gets out to the 27. 3rd and 5. The pass is almost intercepted by Brian Poole, intended for Will Fuller. 4th and 5, 55 seconds left. Watson drops back, goes long, and Hopkins has to knock it away, and it's incomplete. The Jets take over, and all they have to do is kneel out, and the game is over. 26-14 is your final in the AFC Conference Championship. The Jets are going to the Super Bowl. The Texans tried to make a comeback in the fourth quarter, finally getting the ball to DeAndre Hopkins and padding the passing stats just a bit. But the Jets defense just proved to be a little bit too much in today's game. A couple of things just jumped out at me in the stats, and that was that Houston was held to just 2 yards of running in the second half. Just outstanding defense. And if you take a look at the red zone percentage, you see that New York was in the zone twice and scored both of those times. Houston, on the other hand, only made it there once and couldn't punch the ball in for a score. The Jet offense wasn't without its problems, though. If you see the third down conversion percentage, they had 10 third downs and didn't convert a single one of them. Not very impressive that a drive couldn't be extended in that way. And if you take a close look at the way Darnold played, it was a very mediocre day at the quarterback spot. Only 51% complete for 2 touchdowns. On the other hand, he did have a win in the fact that he only threw 1 pick in this game. Definitely a good stat line for a quarterback that's thrown more interceptions than touchdowns this season and holds the top spot for throwing the most picks on the season. Le'Veon Bell, with a 5-yard per carry average, gets his 100-yard day to the very yard. Then again, he was the only player that could mount any kind of rushing effort. Just saying, it would have been nice to see Corey Grant have a good game as well. I do have to say, though, that Darnold did do a good job of utilizing his backs today, because out of his 16 completions, 25% of them were to the backs for positive yardage. The defense, however, was the highlight of the game for the Jets. Ja'Kai Polite shrugged off that bruised shoulder in the fourth quarter to take the tackle lead in the game, but just as nice to see that is C.J. Mosley having a good outing today. Log jammed with 4 other players for second place, but 6 of his 7 tackles were solo. So he seems to be stepping up his game here in the playoffs. Another player that seems to be stepping it up here in the playoffs is backup corner Perry Nickerson. And with the aging Tremaine Johnson, he may be needed to fill his role on the defense. Then again, Johnson isn't showing any telltale signs of slowing down as time marches on. As a matter of fact, he got an interception in this game, so I would say that he's still playing at a pretty high level. 12 tackles for loss and 6 sacks is further evidence that the defense just played lights out today. Hopefully this wasn't a one-off game, because Eddie Pinedo kicked 4 field goals and 2 extra points without a miss. And the crowd goes wild. There were a number of notable upgrades coming out of this game, starting with wideout Jakeem Grant. A deep threat upgrade that gets him big gains in deep and medium route running. Superstar defensive tackle Quinnen Williams gets a run stopper upgrade, where the big gain in his play is play recognition, but his block shedding is upgraded as well. Right outside linebacker Ja'Kai Polite gets a speed rusher update and is now a 78 overall. Well, 79 with the morale boost. Although not a scheme fit, he's turning out to be quite an asset for the defense all the same. Right tackle Michael Winkler, that has now taken over the left guard top spot, gets another agile upgrade, getting his pass blocking attributes boosted. He was the last addition to a very young O-line that should make the Jets front solid, well, for the next few seasons anyway. New York's Super Bowl opponent has been decided. The Saints, minus Drew Brees since his retirement, take care of business against the Panthers. Taking a look at the stats for this game, nothing just jumps out at me that the Panthers did wrong, but we have a big landslide victory for New Orleans. Both the Saints and the Jets have won the Super Bowl once before, but the Jets haven't been there since they were the first American Football League team to defeat a powerhouse National Football League juggernaut. That was back after the 1968 season with names like Joe Namath and Johnny Unitas. It's been a while, but the Jets have finally got their shot once again. Jacoby Brissett is the leader of the offense for New Orleans, which is the number 3 offense in the league, with the majority of their yardage coming on the ground, with Alvin Kamara leading the way. This will, without a doubt, be a big test for the front 7 of New York's defense. They have the number 6 rushing defense, allowing just over 1,400 yards this season, so that should be a good matchup. The New York running game will have a big challenge in this one. Veterans Cameron Jordan and Sheldon Rankins lead the charge on the D-line for the Saints, so finding holes might come at a premium. Darnold and company may be forced to pass the ball, and with Marshawn Lattimore and Kendall Fuller on the outside, he may be a little wiser to try to find passing success in the middle of the field. One thing is certain: one of these teams will earn a second ring. For the last time this season, that's going to do it from MetLife and bring an end to another episode of the New York Jets franchise here on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and remember to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications of new videos as they come out. Again, New York's defense was dominant in this game. Although Houston had a little success in the passing attack in the second half, the Jets just shut them down. New Orleans, behind Alvin Kamara's rushing ability, may be a different story, though. Can he be slowed down just a bit? Can the Jets' offense have enough production against the Saints' defense that will need to find a way to win and play lights-out football? Both teams are now injury-free and at full strength for this game, so no one will be able to say, somebody was hurt. Yeah, okay, that isn't going to happen. Next, we're Miami bound for Super Bowl 55, the Saints and Jets. And until we see each other in Hard Rock Stadium for Eurocat, baby, and the rest of the crew here, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.